Transition. Oh my life. If it isn't the back scratcher from hell. Welcome to Kiwi's Road. This is James, and this is my digital diary. Of course, that back scratcher decided to go back out that way. Don't mind that. So, today, the title is UFOs, UAPs, and Darpa, and you. How's this involve you, the viewer, or the other person on the other side? Well, it started with my wife saying, you need aces in places if you want to go places, which makes sense. So, with all good ideas and plans, it takes a lot of brains. More brains are better than one, as they say, right? So in this adventure, Project Cosmos is entered with the Darpa to create a drone to sit there and defy gravity. That's right, defy gravity. What do I mean? Well, I'll touch bits and parts of it with you as I kind of like just digress all over the place, because there's not much to talk about, but there is a little bit to talk about. Oh, what is that? Up there, right there. Yup, right there is a website. There's a QR code. Give it a scan with your phone. It's pretty cool. You know, you just take up your phone, you go like scan, it pops up, it'll pull up Project Cosmos, aka Kiwis Road LLC.com. Give it a gander. You might find yourself finding some information you thought you never knew. But I digress. Now, let's see. Aces and places. People need help, and I'm one of those person that needs this help. So let's get into, well, what is kind of the idea behind this? Well, let me just show you. We'll just go transition, boom, over to this spot, which is Project Cosmos. It's our website. The drone is under construction. Oh, I can probably share something cool with you, but then maybe not. Just bits and pieces, you know, of the drone itself. So with any great thing, there are hurdles and stuff. And in our hurdles, there's a few that are some of the prominent ones. But anything, there's always a finance. Well, you can help with finances. There's a section, sponsorship, donation, sponsorship, because you could write it off as a tax write-off under the IRC code 162 of expenses, marketing, and advertising, because you're advertising your name, your logo, your company logo, your company name, that which is you, your brand. So, I digress. So, there's been some updates to this website on KV's Road. There's, let's see, some of the important ones that I would like to go over is not the miscellaneous. Team positions. That's the one. Team positions. But before we go over team positions, I want to kind of go into like a little bit of like the other information. The other information. So here you can see that on August 2nd to the 9th, over there in some place in, I want to say Ohio, there's a museum, Air Force Museum. They're holding Darpa lift challenge there, as well as another type of lift extravaganza, where people come up with all kinds of designs and start, you know what? Well, let's just take a gander at it and play it, and you can just see what I'm talking about. Let's see. Click on the link if you want to know more.
Hey friends, welcome to Flight Test. I'm Josh. Today we have a huge announcement. Every year we love to get together with our Flight Test family for an event that we call Flight Fest. And normally that is in Malvern, Ohio at Fury Field. But this year, Flight Test is going to be changing its date and location for a very good reason. Flight Fest 2026 will be held from August 6th through the 9th at the National Museum of the United States Air Force in Dayton, Ohio. If you know Flight Test, you know that we love educating, entertaining, and inspiring the world of flight. And this year, we also get to collaborate with some incredible people, including you, to make history because this year, Flight Fest is being held in collaboration with the Darpa Lift Challenge, happening August 2nd through the 9th. So a lot of you may be asking, what is the Darpa Lift Challenge? The Darpa Lift Challenge aims to shatter the heavy lift bottleneck, seeking novel drone designs that can carry payloads more than 4 times their own weight, which would revolutionize the way that we use drones all across the sectors. By offering $6.5 million in prize money, the challenge seeks to incentivize universities, researchers, independent innovators, industries, and hopefully you, to set a new standard in vertical lift performance. And there are a ton of details all around this challenge on their website, which we are going to have linked down below. And here's the part that we really want you guys to hear. This isn't something for you guys just to witness and experience, but also to participate in, to compete alongside other industries, universities, and innovators like yourselves. If you ever wanted to push your design skills to the limit, this is the perfect time to do so. Now, if you've been to Flight Fest or you're wanting to go, don't worry. This is still Flight Fest. We're in a new place doing something we've never done before, but the fan favorites that you still love are still happening. The family-friendly Flight Test community vibe, including STEM, build tents, open flying, crazy builds, and of course our favorite thing, combat, aerial demolition in the sky. And one of the added bonuses is while you're enjoying Flight Fest, you can also be taking in the whole experience of the Darpa Lift Challenge and also walk with your friends and family through the Dayton Air Museum with one of the largest collection of aircraft from early aviation all the way through the space age. We are so excited to have all these things in one location. Flight Fest, the Darpa Lift Challenge, all hosted in one location at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio. Now this isn't the only update we're going to have. Do us a big favor and like and subscribe so you can keep updated. And also, if you want to keep informed through our newsletter, we're going to have a link down below for that as well too. We are so excited to see each and every one of you at this one-of-a-kind event, and also make this one of the largest, most special Flight Fest events we've ever had. As always, thank you so much for being part of the Flight Test family. Can't wait to keep you guys updated and see you at this year's Flight Fest.
How interesting. Flight Fest, there you go. So that's August 2nd to the 9th over there where they said it would be. So our team is registered for the Darpa Lift Challenge. We have designs for our drone. But that's where help comes. You know, a person can't do... Rome wasn't built in a day by a single person. It took a lot of hands. Neither was Egypt. Neither was the world itself. Speaking of the world itself, kind of there's like the section here, projects, social... There's medias. Before I get to the media section, which is a... media section is like a, let's see, for lack of a better word, transition over to me. The media section is a section of a few words that I'll say later on, and then you'd be the judge yourself. But other than that, I like to do like little history lessons and stuff. So we're going to go to this, and we're going to do miscellaneous stuff. What is miscellaneous stuff? Oh, my God, it's already showing you. So, transitioning. Yours truly. So, just because I have the opportunity to do it, it's my world. Guess what? You could get a copy of your book called Echoes of Eternity. This sucker come in just not too long ago. Beautiful pages. Let me flip through real fast. I'll give you some history on the world around you, whether things you might thought you have known but might have forgot. Lost knowledge, I think, is part of the information in which this book was derived. Speaking of lost knowledge, there's some information that I'll be sharing here. Some of it's from this book here. You can get it on Amazon, or You can go to that website, kiwisroadllc.com. Go to the, that other section where you can support this endeavor, because this is a long battle, which, it happens. But anyway, let me transition back over here. So part of when we think about knowledge, Project Cosmos. Let's see. Talk about digression all over the place. I have here a drone with me, and I don't know. We'll just transition over here. Oh, it is transition. This drone is made up of all kinds of parts and gadgets and gizmos and stuff, electronics and sensors and stuff, But as clear as I see this drone, I could take it apart and probably try to put it back together the best I could. But the same principle with this is the same principle that, starting with a simple round object, I can see Cosmos and a drone both flying, maybe not maneuvering in the same way, thus other information. But in my mind and on the digital paper, it's the designs are there to build both of these, you know what I mean? And why would I think such a thought? Faith, trust, and belief are things that I value a lot. Now, when I talk to people in regards to Project Cosmos, one of the things I like to share is that through growing up and learning about different religions and spiritualities and governments and such, how limited I've learned, but I've learned that I feel that there's always a step above those, in a sense, control layers. And for me, the ultimate and final stop is a word that I use, cosmos, which is Project Cosmos, the drone. That's how it kind of derived. So the galaxies, the universes, all that is positive, all that is negative, all that is energy, is the cosmos. To me, that is the word I use to describe my creation. So with that, and all the information I've been learning, again, no different than the creation of this, the creation of Cosmos, came about. So one of the things is knowledge and wisdom, and attaining such information and the endeavor. But I think one of the most key important things about knowledge and wisdom comes experience. And what do I mean by that? And the simplest thing is, I can sit there and say, I got this thing of water right here, and I'm going to drink it. I'm going to tell you it tastes good, right? That it's wet, it's cold, there's ice in it. But you ain't going to experience it now. There's a level of experience because you've seen me do something. It is now captured eternally. Right now, what I was just doing, right? The experience has been captured. Now, it doesn't mean that me drinking out of that water did not exist if you didn't see it. Because you probably didn't see it. You ain't watching the stream. You ain't watching it whatsoever until you see me doing it. it's captured. That experience is captured. Now you have that wisdom and knowledge of, what kind of flask it was I was drinking, etc. So part of that is the existence and information in which we've been trying to transfer throughout generations and generations through different societies and different societies. So I'm going to share some of this stuff that's been shared. And you Now, it makes me even wonder at all how much anybody heard of anything I said. Probably nothing. Complete silence. Again, it was probably a test. I hate to check and find out, which I will do right now. It is true. It is true. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's okay. You weren't missing much. I'm just talking to myself, showing stuff. Just age. Things that have been found, lost. Images replicated, complex geometries, sacred geometries. A little foolish on my side because I wasn't paying attention to them. You know what it is. It's all right. It's okay. That's just how we roll. Can't see like this. Crop circle, crop fields, intricate. You know, you miss a line, you mess it up. More older layer, newer layer. Oh, this is from earlier. That's right. That's right. Again, this is from earlier too. That same image. Same stuff. Old stuff found. Micro stuff. Micro stuff. Micro, nano machined parts. I want to say it was titanium. I think titanium's in the inside of these little things. I should have pulled up the information about these. But you can look it up. Little micro nano coil springs and rods found in the desert. I can look it up for you, but I don't want to. That don't work. Oh, what's this? So, personal experience. That's what I was saying while I was muted this entire time. Is experience. The things people have seen, they experienced. It makes you wonder what they've really seen. So I seen this thing flying the other night. I zoomed in. This is what it looks like from a distance. Oh, well, play. Guess you won't be able to see it. But that was not that far. The sun wasn't even really going down. I just started zooming in. It's like, what is that? Man, it looked like no satellite. I mean, you can see stars in the background and stuff. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Oh, look at that. That's me. Aw. Founder and manager of Kiwis Road LLC. Prototype manufacturing for drone and aerospace propulsion. That is right. You can be a part of this team trying to go for that Darpa thing. And if not, you can still be a part of this team because this isn't where it stops for the Darpa. You can always scan that QR code for the web address. Now, this I thought it was important to share. This is part of the get behind the get, right? Project Cosmos. Finally, some substance between the stuff, right? Why is this guy going on and talking and talking? Well, we look at the chemical rockets, jets, and I mean, you could read this. I'll read it for you. Massive fuel needs. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about massive plume sizes. Jet fuels needed. I mean, again, you got your chemtrails or exhaust plumes or whatever you want to call them. You have your electrical type things. I mean, you got batteries. I mean, no exhaust, but you still got a lot of batteries. What happens to batteries when you're done with them? You got to discard them. Stuff like that. Satellites and all that other good stuff. Thermonuclear whatnots. I don't know if I want to be around all that other high-end stuff, if you know what I mean. But if you take a look at Project Cosmos, now look at this. You can read it for yourself. I mean, you can read it for yourself, but I will let you read it for yourself. Fuels needed. Inclusion 0 fuel. Don't worry about that other typo stuff. Like, it's supposed to be avoid the types, dimensions, and stuff. But look, resonance enhanced gravimetric thrust. I'm telling you, it's the way of the future. Now, why would I think something like this is possible? I will show you why I believe something like this is possible. We're using the things around us to make what we're looking at work. No exhaust, no fumes, no noise. I mean, you're talking about something that will change the way propulsion is used, as well as other things. But hey, this is just a drone for now. Wink, right? All right, what else are we looking at here? So if we look at the evolution in which, did I skip over one thing? Let me see, go back. Yeah, no, we'll go forward. Check this out, right? Look at how we've this goes to the whole thought of knowledge, experience, information. The more you know, the more powerful you are, blah, 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 blah. But it don't stop there. Hieroglyphs, papyruses, letters, telegraphs, telephones, radio broadcasts, the form in which communication goes from person to trillions of people. It's amazing. It's changed. And when you add in the ability to take something that is not forever, but with technology make it forever, I mean, again, that is amazing. What do I mean by that? Well, when you have video cameras and pictures, you're taking a moment in time and you're making it last forever, or as ever as one can see it to be as forever. I mean, it's just, so when you look at the way we're evolving, this is funny stuff. This is funny stuff. Look how we've evolved from cavemen to smoke signals, writing on walls, to writing on paper, to now going from town to town to continent by means of land, sea, and air. When you change that and you evolve to a digital form, you are now becoming a singular and touching every place possible. I mean, by the design, you can see this. I mean, the evolution of communication is just evolving and changing and getting faster and better. So, I mean, why not be a part of the ride, the history that this is? I forgot to start out and say, time waits for no man. And in this case, we're doing what we can as we do it. Gravinus, over there off of, I think that's Gravinus off of France. Could be wrong. All these interesting swirls and diagrams are etchings within the walls of this place, which have acoustic balances and stuff. Take, for instance, there's crop circles that have been over there in England that show a replica of the same Nazca lines over in Peru. Which, I mean, these are different years that they happened, and yet the similarities. Now, this is AI generated, but the form of the bird was almost identical to the same form of the bird that was on the Nazca line. Like, they changed it, like this section of it. But you can always look it up, I'm telling you. History reflects what they see. Like a person, they put an image of a person an image of a deer, and an image of a giant. These are just different ways throughout history and time in which things have been immortalized. Oh, look at that. You can't hear it, but it's okay. And I'm gonna, let's see. Can I zoom in on this? Oh, I can't zoom in on it. But I can't zoom in, but right here, as there was these lights, orbs that were going across the way, or left to right, front to back, or left to right. This one pops in right there. Let's see. Yeah, I wish I could. Yeah, nope, can't do it. Oh well. Yeah, see, there's an orb right there. You can't see it, but it's right there. Oh, I could do this. Whoopsh. But that don't look right. And then I break it all up. That's all messed up. Don't worry, it's right there. You can see it. But anyway, on to blabbering. Oh, here's some more of some orbs that were going from front to back. And they were going over towards this waterfront off yonder. These took their sweet side. But I think I digress. I think that is it. That is it for that information. So back to away from personal stuff, and we'll just kind of go back to the website, right? Transition. Back to the possibilities of Project Cosmos, because Project Cosmos, here's some of the things that, well, you be the judge. I'll play it. You listen. You be the judge. Hey, you just go from there. All right, we'll do that. Let's see. I'll mute myself. You listen.
Are you trying to feed your dog better but stuck between overpriced fresh food and low quality kibble? Hi, I'm Dr.
Now to tonight's social story, where we post 3 stories on our social media and you decide what we cover. Today's choices: aliens are real, President's Day deals, intermittent fasting study. So with 39% of the vote, you voted for aliens are real. So we're going to talk about it. Former President Obama going viral for his comments on extraterrestrial encounters. In an interview with Brian Tyler Cohen over the weekend, the former president got some attention when he proclaimed that aliens are real.
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the President of the United States.
Okay, so he is clearing things up, saying in a post on Instagram that, quote, statistically, the universe is so vast. Now to tonight's social story, where we post 3 stories on our social media.
Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know?
So aliens are real?
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it.
Now that's just on aliens or whether or not they're real. Now you get into some of the other hidden stuff, like some of the unknown things that they say they've seen and blah blah blah, like the TR-3B, which is experimental craft. We'll give it a little play here and take it a gander for a ride. I'll probably skip through it a little bit here and there.
This is the video that you've been waiting for. The one aircraft everyone has witnessed, from Air Force to stargazers to historians and aviation buffs. Triangle in shape, this spy plane design seems like something out of a science fiction novel. It can perform incredibly high G turns, undetectable on radar, and was developed from top secret Nazi research captured from World War II. And believe it or not, it would use an engine system that can only be described as anti-gravity magic. Prepare yourself for an impossible video on an impossible aircraft, the anti-gravity TR-3B Black Manta.
Oh, you thought you were going to say more, but yeah, you'd have to go to the page, check it out, click on that link to learn more about it. But one of the more interesting ones that I found exciting was this one, the X-47B in flight. Take a gander at this puppy.
There we go. I'll make sure it's contact. Almost done with the turn?
I'm almost done. But hey, you keep on this media site, there's other links that they're talking about. There's other places. UFO disclosure, the age of disclosure on Amazon. You can click here, check it out. Though you might have to spend a little bit of money for that one. But I mean, you go to this. There's different sections that showing different proofs that something that we have not seen or experienced is out there being seen and being experienced. For instance, let's go to something like, oh, we already done that one, but hey, we'll do this one.
The Pentagon says it will work with other agencies to fulfill President Trump's directive to release files related to extraterrestrial life and unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. Now, this comes after the president gave the directive on his social media. Let's bring in Avi Loeb, astrophysicist and director of the Institute for Theory and Computation at Harvard University and the author of Extraterrestrial: The First Sign of Intelligent Life Beyond Earth. Avi, thank you so much for joining us. I want to start with this. What challenges do you see in declassifying information relating to extraterrestrial life and UAPs?
Well, thanks for having me. The material that is currently classified could be classified in order for adversarial nations not to be aware of the level, the quality of the data that we collect in defending the nation. And as a result of that, even if it deals with objects that have nothing to do with our adversaries, the Pentagon and the intelligence agencies might be reluctant to share it. There could be another reason that both the Pentagon and the intelligence agencies are unable to identify some objects, and they do not want to admit that they're not doing their job. And so they don't want to face scrutiny on the, for example, we all know about the story of the Chinese spy balloon that was not identified for a while.
We know about the Chinese spy balloon that was like going across our entire area. There's other stuff like this. Let's see what this one's got to say.
That video was made public by us, a Pentagon.
Videos recorded by U.S. Navy personnel have added a new layer of evidence to the current national debate about UFOs. For the first time, radar images recorded inside a Navy ship have confirmed the presence of several unknown objects that swarmed around the ship for hours.
From our 8 News Now investigators, dramatic UFO footage recorded aboard a U.S. warship off the coast of Southern California is making waves. As we first reported last week, Navy sailors recorded video of 2 tic-tac shaped objects near their ship. Well, now an eyewitness to that encounter has stepped forward, and coincidentally, he's from Las Vegas.
8 News Now investigator George Knapp spoke with the witness about his encounter with a whiz-bang craft that emerged from the ocean.
This is the famed Tic Tac object that was pursued by the Navy's best aviators off the coast of Southern California back in 2004. And this is the thermal image of two strikingly similar objects documented by the crew of the USS Jackson in February 2023 in the very same waters. The original Tic Tac proved to be one of the most consequential UFO incidents of all time, first investigated by a secret program based in Las Vegas, managed by the DIA. The incident generated a huge wave of media coverage and inspired Congress to launch new investigations into UFOs, now called UAPs.
I feel obligated to show moral leadership on this issue of UAP disclosure by validating the credibility of the courageous men and women who have come out as witnesses and whistleblowers to expose the truth.
Oh my Lanta, to expose the truth. The truth is out there. It's always been out there. So let me go back to this. Let me go back to me. Back to this. Here we go. Transition. So, like I said, if you go to that website right there, scan it, QR code, www.kiwisroadllc.com. Give it a gander. There's different evidence to show those people who don't know about it and who don't believe in it. Here's evidence to show you that something does exist. And just, my wife says, oh, I know what I don't see. Well, I know what you do see is you do see something that you can't explain. Now, that doesn't mean, just because we can't explain what it is, doesn't mean we can't explain how it moves, right? Or try to figure out how it moves. Well, with Project Cosmos, that's kind of what we did. We reverse engineered what we believe to be the methods and means of a type of propulsion, and was able to come up with something that seems to be very tangible. Now, with that being said, I'd say that's Project Blue Book, but it's not Project Blue Book. Project Blue Book is something that was started in the military to kind of go over and research all these UFOs, UAP, call-in sightings and stuff like that. The evidence that was there or is out there. But there's one more thing I wanted to show on this website. So as you go through, well, there's a couple. Excuse me. Let's see. Oh, where's back to the home? I go back. So on the home screen, you'll see underneath here it's called Team Positions Available. That's hence where this channel, the title comes in, right? Is Aces and Places in You. Now under here, there's definitely positions that definitely need right now, right away. One of them is drafting. We need to get these. I need to get these parts drafted so that they can be 3D printed, and so handling the technical designing of them, which shouldn't, as technical as it is, it's actually not that technical, but it's these are positions that we could use helping to move along the process to get something that could change a lot in this world. There's other for like electronics and hardware, for creating coils and stuff like that, and just different things on wiring and make sure things are lined up and whatnot. Now, part of this whole thing is it is a high risk, high reward. I mean, unfortunately, this is a volunteer outfit, only because it is a high risk, high reward. Unfortunately, nobody really likes to do that, but hey, when somebody actually takes that chance and they put forth that effort, when that idea and that dream actually happens, I think that's where being on the other side of that coin comes into play. So this adventure, part of this adventure, we did get these in. Oh, my lanta, they look quite nice. We got some of these Cosmos posters so that I can sit there and people can sit there and see what Cosmos kind of is about. You'll see more of that down the road, but we'll get to that later on. But other than that, let's see what else. So, like writing into the Python and the different types of code and firmware, make sure that stuff is inputted and updated and put in properly. That's another position that we're looking for. So these aces that we're looking for, again, this team is limited. There's not a lot of spots. I mean, there's not a lot of people that. I wonder how many people are in the Darpa challenge itself, you know, and then try to get on that team, and then of course that team submission ends on the 1st coming up here in March. But we are registered and we are ready to go, and we are looking for aces in places. So if you think you can be an ace in the place, just go here, check it out. You can always click the email link there and it'll bring you up. Put Darpa Project Cosmos inside of the subject line so that we know you're looking to be part of the Darpa team here at Kiwis Road. What else do we have? Oh, I mean, it'd be huge of me to do it, but I won't do it this time. No hawking of the jewelry or the store. Let's see. So, recap, you can go to the website, check it out. Go to team positions is available. We're looking for aces in places because we need to get this project up and going. It is slow going, but it is going. But it's always interesting when you get parts and hardware come in to kind of make your project seem doable. You know what I mean? Like, it's the tangibility is there, you know? You're touching bits and pieces of a dream that you thought, hey, it might not work, but here, I mean, if I put this together with this, it just might work. So that's aces and places that we're looking for. And if you feel like you can be a part of it, feel free to email us. Let us know, and we will get back with you and figure out how to move forward. And so with that, I must give my adieu, and say a much appreciated. You can always check out the web link, scan it, kiwisroadllc.com, be part of the Darpa team member, and let's see this thing get lifted off, one way, shape, or form. And until then, we will see you down the road. Keep calm and treasure on, and we will see you on the flip side. Until then,